the stage right now, from Hollywood, California, the bad boys of rock and roll, armed and fucking dangerous!
Back in 1981, I was working at a music store and I met this guy, and he just had this crazy hair and everything, and he had these crazy ideas about relocating because in Pittsburgh there was nothing really going on musically, and he said, you know, do you want to start a band? And I said, yeah, you know, let's go for it. And he's like, I know this awesome guitar player. He's like, his name's Tracy Mars. He's just crazy. I'm just like, okay, you know, I could do with this.
I was working in a record store down on the Sunset Strip. I think it was called Bananas Records or whatever. And I think the band was already playing. They just had different members. I think Tommy and I were the last ones to join. And Nicky come in one time looking for this New Year, what was it? Some kind of one of the final New York Dolls records. And I remember I had the last copy, and then he came in and got it, and then we ended up talking, and he says that, you know, the one guitar player that they had sucked, and they're going to fire his ass, and, you know, and I told him I play guitar, and basically, you know, him and I got together one night after a few cocktails, and that's how I was in the band.
After that, we just started hitting it off and became real good friends. We partied together, drank together, did blow together, and then eventually after all that, we started making music together.
From what I remember, and I mean from what I remember, because to me it seemed like after the first album came out in '84, up until about maybe the fall of '89, it was like I just drew this big like blank spot, like I was like comatose to something. I was so knee deep in drugs and booze and just all the cliches of the rock star life that, you know, Christ, I don't even remember recording a third album.
I think the craziest parties that we've experienced, there was like different levels of craziness. When it was just me, Nicky, and Tracy, like the parties, you know, we were like hanging out in like apartment buildings, and, you know, cops are kicking down the door, and, you know, cops are constantly arresting us and harassing us. And then, you know, as soon as we started selling more tickets and like more albums and everything, we started, you know, we met new people, like higher class people, and we started hanging out with them, and it was just like a total different experience. Like, it's like one day you're paying $2 for a Big Mac, and the next day you're paying $800 for caviar, and it's just a surreal experience.
I remember one time, it was back, I think we were over in Milan, Italy for the '89 tour. I think it was the last tour for the album before we broke up the first time. And it was coming backstage after the show, and I opened up the door and I fucking knocked Nicky and Tommy over, and the dressing room caught on fire because of the acetylene torch they had that was cooking the heroin on the back of that one spoon that they stole off the food tray down the catering truck. Oh man, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, we were all equally crazy back then. We all had our vices, and we all had our devils to deal with, and it was pretty much just a crazy time, and I'm surprised that we lived through it.
the band broke up the first time was the music started to fade within the band, and you know, excess became more the forefront, and we lost focus and lost sight on why we were there, and it was just to play the music and to come up with the songs and to please the fans.